Hey up guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Jimmy and today we're going to be doing part 2 of the Adepticon preview. So without further ado, let's get to it. So to start off we have, well, what seems to be Apocalypse. So we all know the legendary games, the 10-a-side mega battles that spanned entire weekends involving entire gaming clubs, titans, demigods and hundreds of infantry for cataclysmic conflicts. I've never had one of the... I've never played Apocalypse at a massive scale. I think the biggest I had was about 5,000 points. Took all day. But apparently they've streamlined it now. So get ready for bigger and better battles. The new Apocalypse is a ground-up reimagining of the mass battles of the 41st millennium. A totally new rule set designed to capture the spectacular carnage, grand strategy and the high drama of the 40k's biggest battles. With this system you'll be able to fight in the kinds of conflicts once confined to art and lore brought to life on the tabletop, all in an evening after work or school. So that kind of makes me think to myself, like, what are they going to do? They do have a preview video on the website and it shows movement trays, and they've even put, yes, we have movement trays. So, looking at the video, there was kind of like 5 guardsmen or 5 necrons per movement tray. So, is these movement trays going to equal to 1 wound? That's my guess. And then, will super heavies have less wounds as well? So, I'm looking at, they even had warglaives in there with like battle markers next to them. So, will the warglaives, have 6 wounds? Will that mean then the knights have 12 wounds? Baneblades, would they have 12 wounds? Have they kind of taken Apocalypse and just shrunk everything down to the point where, a rhino might have gone back to like 3 hull points or 3 wounds? Can be blown open really quick, really easy. Only time will tell with this. I don't think I will play it all that much. Might have a blast with it now and again if I've got the points. I definitely do with me guard army. So yeah, the new Apocalypse, will it be good? Will it be bad? Only time will tell. But yeah, let's just move on. So they have the future of Warhammer 40,000. It says here that Vigilus was basically just the start of things, and that they're going to explore more traditional war zones. So will we see the likes of Armageddon? Will they even redo Cadia? Maybe, maybe not. I highly doubt it. Will we see like the attack on Baal or Ultramar? Will we see any of those? Are they just like sort of behind us, if you will? Who knows where they're going to fully go with it. I expect an Armageddon campaign. Full on expect an Armageddon campaign. Will we see a new Gazgul model when it comes to that? Will we see Plastic Steel Legion? I hope so. I think that would be really cool for an additional or an alternative to the Guard Cadian models. But as a Guard player, I'd love to see Plastic Mordians, Plastic Valhallans, small plastic Guard options, if I'm being honest. So yeah, the future of 40k, where will it go? Well, only the guys in the studio know fully where it's going. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out for it. Up next we've got a thing called 50 Shelves of Grey. And then they put the quote, "Do you have skeletons in your closet?" And there is also like a 1-minute parody of 50 Shades of Grey. It's a little bit cringeworthy, but if you do watch it, it's kind of amusing at the same time. Then they just ask you, are you in a situation, or is this situation familiar to you? We know that while grey plastic has its charms, the dreaded backlog can seem intimidating at times. Well, worry not, soon we'll be adding something huge to our painting range that's going to make painting your miniatures even simpler. Stay tuned for more teasers soon. I don't know what will make painting easier, if I'm honest, unless they have like a perfect, I don't know, heavy metal spray in a can, so you just go, shh. Yep, cool, that's a bad and done by the heavy metal team. Woohoo! we're not going to see that. I don't know what it's going to be. It'll be some sort of gimmick, I imagine. But yeah, only time will tell. 50 Shelves of Grey. Next, they say they're going to have event-exclusive models only. They appreciate people travelling to, say, like the LVO or Adepticon, for example, travelling thousands of miles or hundreds of miles, depending on where it is. So in 2020, we want to reward people that travel thousands of miles to events like Adepticon with awesome Adepticon awesome with not one but two. Okay, all new event-exclusive miniatures. And then they show off this Primaris Lieutenant and also a new Librarian. Personally, if I did go to these event-exclusive things, I imagine they were only going to put like a maximum of one, so they don't get resellers buying, say, 20 of them and then selling at 50, 60 quid a pop. You will see this, no doubt, on eBay. But it seems that the Librarian will be available at a number of events. This might be a way of curbing people as well. Right, so they've got the big community survey of 2019. This is going to start from the 15th of April. They're asking for feedback in 3 key areas. One is the Warhammer community website. What can they do to improve it? Next, they want the feedback for the studio teams on your opinions on the latest codexes and battle tomes. Got any tweaks or anything, let them know. I'll probably be saying to them, yeah, Necrons could do with slightly better stuff. I don't know. Immortals, 2 wounds, there we go. Then last but not least, they're asking for feedback on the events themselves, like Adepticon, funnily enough, the exact thing that we're previewing. Then they're just talking about the Las Vegas Open and the Nova Open, etc., etc. So I'd like to say, yeah, it's cool that the Americans are getting all the events, but this is a bloody English hobby. Well, it's not an English hobby, it's a worldwide hobby, but it originated in England. So we need something bigger than just the Warhammer Fest. Like, I used to love Games Day, went to a couple of them. I'd like to see, me personally, something again on those lines. Another Games Day, or bigger events. Doesn't have to be at Warhammer World. Have it up north, or even take it around the country. Who knows? But yeah, this starts on April the 15th, and there is going to be a prize for 10 people. You will receive a squad of Battle Sisters for 10 of the entrants, and then the winner, if there is a winner, the main prize is a Sisters of Battle Army. So it's worth just throwing in some handy feedback for the guys. And then finally we have, the Keeper of Secrets, and yeah, what can you say about it? Don't get me wrong, it's a nice miniature, looks very modern, up to date, a lot better than the old Keeper of Secrets model. But me personally, I'm not really a big fan. Just the 2 sort of big claw arms coming out the side, I feel could have had a bit more prowess about them. They just kind of, they're just there, they don't seem to be doing much for me. I kind of like the whole stance of walking forward with the other 2 arms and the style that it's in. But then the face, for me, doesn't really do much. Hopefully they'll have an interchangeable face. Who knows? The tail coming out the back is kind of cool. And it's got some sort of shield. Or it can have the option for a shield, maybe. In one of the details. But yeah, the claws, for me, just not really doing much. If you could position it differently, then maybe, yeah. But one thing that I really did like is the new Herald model, where it's a Demon Prince and a Herald. The funny thing is, it doesn't really look like a Demon Prince. It's a Demon Prince, but if it was sexy. It's just a bizarre model. It doesn't look like a Demon Prince, but being told that it's a Demon Prince, I just think it looks ace. It just looks completely different. And then the Herald sort of jumping off the top of the back of him. Absolutely love this miniature. Love this miniature. Love this more than I do the new Keeper of Secrets, if I'm being brutally honest. Second miniature that I really like is let's face it, it's a Harlequin pulling its mask off. But then, was it really a Harlequin? I do really love this miniature as well. So yeah, the Herald and the Mask to Celeste, yeah, those 2 miniatures for me personally, I think they're better than the Keeper of Secrets. Then next we have the two dancing ladies with their mirror. So mirror, mirror on this wall, who's the fairest of them all? Well, in my opinion, definitely not the Keeper of Secrets. And then yeah, just a brand new battle tome for the army as a whole. But that's not all. As well as the new battle tome, you have what Khorne had with its new terrain pieces. Here we have well, I say terrain pieces, they're meant to be the spells. Yeah, I kind of like these as well. Personally, I think I'd use them more as terrain pieces in some sort of Slaneshi themed board. So yeah, that's it for Adepticon. There's been quite a lot announced, as you can see. Yeah, the big announcement, the Keeper of Secrets, me personally, I didn't really like it all too much. Apocalypse of 40k could be quite interesting as well. Personally, for me, Warcry has probably been the one that has hit me the most from Adepticon, as most I'm going to be excited for. If you've not watched the previous video, go back to part 1. It has all the Age of Sigmar stuff from Adepticon in there as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you're part of the 8 to 9 club, stick 8 to 9 down in the comments. You know exactly what it's all about. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.